man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, let's do a boxing video real quick. Let me make sure I clear the screen. Appreciate the love, support. Kind of behind today a little bit. I had to take Miles to the vet, and the vet is bagged up for appointment, so I had to get in where I could fit in. Finally found the vet for him, so they got him together. He should be good in a week or two with his eye. It's a little eye issue, so we good. And also we got Mason's rabies shot. So we're gonna talk about the Zone and Golden Boy trying to make Billy Joe and Canelo for December. Also, we're going to talk about Castaño and Teixeira going to purse bid. But first, we'll talk about Adrian Broner saying that he wants to fight Ivan. He's going to fight Ivan Redkach. He told Wire Live on Facebook a long time ago. That's what basically the opponent was going to be. Start off there. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And then, you know, after he fight Redkach, then he should be looking at a Regis Prograis showdown. And that's if he get past Redkach. Broner, I think he was talking to Brian Custer. He said that he still can make 35, gonna make 40. Some people believe he won't make weight or will make weight. It's yet to be seen. As you get older, your metabolism do slow down. Your habits do catch up with you a little bit faster. When I was younger, I was able to, you know, drink, go out and party, and the next morning wake up, crack my back, and go to the gym and work out. No longer the case. So we'll see if Broner can really shed those pounds versus Redkach. And also, can Redkach make 140 pounds? You know, he came up from 35, fought at 40, fought at 47. Can he shed those 7 pounds and make the weight? That's the $1 million question as well. Because a lot of guys that go up and make weight, they usually can't come back down to make weight. You know, but, you know, obviously it's a fight to set up the Regis Prograis fight. Regis signed with PBC to get the fight. Even dropped Lou DiBella to go over there since Lou DiBella was exiled from PBC. So over trying to make Wilder and Joshua over at the Zone. And Al Heyman got rid of him for that. You know, and the guy tried to make the best fight the best. Now, we don't know what was in the contract. Was Lou trying to, you know, set Wilder up? And that's how Al Heyman thought about it. But that is what it is. Am I interested in Broner and Redkach? No. I'm not interested in seeing Broner fight no more. I understand he got to fight because, you know, his Bread Funny rap album probably flopped, or if it came out, if it didn't come out, no Meek wouldn't care a verse for him. But, you know, it should be a solid fight. I mean, you know, Redkach didn't get stopped by Danny. So if, you know, Broner can stop Redkach at 140 pounds, I think can give him a little bit of traction, a little bit of buzz. You know, and I know he's trying to go down to 135 pounds. I don't understand why, you know, they don't just do Adrian Broner and Gary Russell at like 137 or 140, since Gary said he wanted to jump up 35 and all the way up to 47. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, Broner's a name, and Regis is trying to get a name on his resume. His biggest name on his resume is what my man's he fought, not Terry Flanagan, Turbo. It's another guy he fought. I always forget the guy's name. He held the WBA title. Forget his name. I don't know why I forget it, but, you know, that's the only real name he got, you know, as far as winning. So, you know, him putting Broner on his resume, and also Mikey going back to PBC probably also can get him that Mikey Garcia fight as well too. So, you know, Regis is in a good position to really at 140 kind of do some, you know, dig in and do some real damage. You know, if Josh and Ramirez fight and they've dropped the titles, then he can catch up and get a couple of titles. He can fight Broner. He can fight Mikey at 40. He also can fight Robbie Jr., Rances Bartholomew. So, you know, Regis got an opportunity to kind of rebuild his resume after the Josh Taylor fight. So, interesting. You know, Regis and Broner is going to be on a collision course. So, hopefully that fight goes down like Young Jock. And but I'm good on watching Adrian Broner fight. But, you know, like I said, if Regis don't stop him, it don't count. So, Regis got to go in there and stop him. He's supposed to be on one of them undercards. I think it's the Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz undercard. So, versus somebody. So we'll see what Regis Prograis can bring to the table in his get back. I don't really think he lost to the point where he should lose confidence. I think he lost convincingly. But once again, you lost to probably the best 140 pounder, you know, in that division. You know, don't mean you couldn't beat Jose. Don't mean you couldn't beat Rances or Easter or Mikey. You just lost to the best guy there. You know, and that's yet to be seen. If he can lose to Ramirez. I've seen way, you know, stranger things happen. But I think, you know, Josh Taylor is that guy, and I've been on the bandwagon before. I created the bandwagon, to be honest. My boy Smooth Cat put me on to him, and then I just, you know, I'm like, damn, that boy can fight. And, you know, then we are who he is. So I'm not going to say I invented it, but I was one of the very first person to hop on it before he blew up. So, you know, hopefully, you know, Regis, the issue for him was
he wanted to be promised a Ramirez and a Taylor rematch. Bob didn't want to promise that because he knew Crawford was there. But he could have got opportunity at Crawford, I'm guessing. But I guess, PBC bag hit a little bit different. And also, it's probably not that many loopholes to go through like it is with Top Rank. So, I mean, that is what it is. So, y'all let me know what y'all think about Adrian Broner taking on Redkach in January and probably somewhere in the middle of the year taking on Regis Prograis. And then, Prograis possibly taking on Mikey and taking on Easter. You know what I'm saying? So, I think Prograis should do what Mikey didn't do. And that's take on Broner, then take on Easter. That's definitely going to kind of make his resume pop a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? But also, I heard that Castaño and Teixeira was going to purse bid. It was originally supposed to happen on the zone. I think it was supposed to happen in April or June. I think it was June or May, April or May. And it didn't happen because of the coronavirus. It was going to go down on the zone. Now, the zone money looking funny. Now they could probably pull that fight over to PBC. So people have been asking me what's going on. It's going to purse bid. And, possibly that can be a good fight. I think, Teixeira could win the fight. I think Castaño could win the fight. You got a long, wiry guy that's durable in Teixeira. He beat y'all guy. It is a good saver. Y'all Captain Saver Ho, man. Y'all Adamas. Now, I had Adamas, fun fact here. Had Adamas won that fight versus Teixeira, Terrence Crawford would be fighting Adamas for the 154-pound title. Since Adamas did not win the title, now, he's not going to fight Teixeira. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they don't think he is a good matchup or, they don't want him to go over to Golden Boy or they don't, Golden Boy let him get options on Teixeira if he beat Terrence Crawford. So those are things you got to look at, man. I'm firm but I'm honest. So I do know for a fact Crawford was going to be a 3-time, what was that? 4-time champion in 4 different weight classes. Just, Adamas fucked that up by losing. So I never thought he was that good. You know what I'm saying? No offense to him. But now we're going to see, if Castaño can get that belt and there's no mandatories, then you can see Mel and Castaño's fight for Undisputed. And I think if you see that, well, I'll just dismiss Rosario. But do we really got a chance to win this weekend? What my man's doing Last Dance? So we don't really know. But let's just go ahead and say Mel going to win because I know he's going to win. Mel and, Castaño's win. I think he's going to see an evolution of, I think he's going to see a flow of Charlo going to move up to 160 pounds. Jamal going to move up to 168 if everything go right. And then you're going to see they try to really push Lubin as that next star at 154 pounds, which I'm not sure he that guy. All right. But Castaño and Teixeira, if Teixeira win, I'm pretty sure Teixeira is open to fighting Charlo for all 3 belts, all 4 belts, plus a 5th one in the ring belt. Because really, Golden Boy don't have no money. So even if Teixeira beats Castaño, you're going to see a situation where Golden Boy has to outsource. They have to find these third-party promoters just to make ends meet. Right now, they only got 1 independent show that's going down this year, and I'm going to talk about that as well, too, next. Well, let's get into it. October 30th, Jaime Munguia taking on Torian Johnson at Fantasy Springs Casino and Resort. Hopefully I said that right. So that's going down April 30th. I've been told you that was going to be the next fight. Castaño and Torian Johnson. I've been had the plug for months. So, it's a good fight. Torian Johnson took a lot of abuse, lost to Derevchenko. I think he got cheated by Curtis Stevens. So he been in there, with a lot of guys. I think he from the Bahamas. It should be a good fight for Jaime Munguia, a guy that's tough, that's rough, that's took a lot of punishment. So it should really be a showcase fight to really showcase his ability to get a knockout. So his last fight when he fought Gary Spike O'Sullivan, I think a lot of people was impressed with his performance, and he stopped utilizing his jab. I heard he got his jab injured. So let's see now going into multiple fights what Eric Morales is bringing to Jaime Munguia's repertoire. But he'll be fighting Torian Johnson October 30th. Fantasy Springs Casino Resort, whatever it is. So that's the lone show that Golden Boy has on the zone. So unfortunately, Golden Boy don't have too many shows on the zone. And they pretty much phasing them out and they punishing them probably because of the Canelo situation. And it seems that Eddie Hearn has all the shows. They have, Danny Jacob. They have Andrade probably being on the undercard. They got also a joint show with Luke Campbell and Ryan Garcia November 14th. They got Devin Haney taking on Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? So Eddie Hearn got all the shows, and it seemed like they more mad at Oscar than they are at Eddie. And Eddie done wasted their money and really has not brought in pedestrian, ratings. But also Oscar in that Canelo situation is really bold too. But that is what it is. But I did hear the word on the streets As Jeezy know how to handle with, get your mind right. Let me talk to you. A lot of people don't remember that. I just love that song. But yeah, man. The word on the street is Canelo could be taking on Billy Joe Saunders. Golden Boy's pushing for that to go in December. So I'm pretty sure they're hoping they can get Canelo to kind of, simmer down a little bit. He said he's staying in shape, and hopefully they could fit in another card. If they get Canelo to fight, and I'm pretty sure the Zone is going to get him even more cards probably this year and going forward. So it seemed like Bob Arum was trailblazing the way for Al Heyman for Wilder and Fury actually to fight with fans, in Las Vegas. So if they have fans in Las Vegas, then Canelo is going to be able to fight with fans in Las Vegas. So they'll be able to get Canelo a bigger cut of the pie. Now, then, the Zone was willing to give him 15, and every time he fight, Golden Boy get 5. So now Canelo probably can get the 20 that he want, and they can go forward. Billy Joe Saunders, in my opinion, I think Billy Joe Saunders they don't say it's a premium fight. They say premium fights, according to whoever brought it up, Jorge Masvidal, Oscar De La Hoya, and it was another dude, I think Khabib. And they said they want him to fight Billy Joe and Callum Smith to launch the Zone UK, okay? But then you want me to fight non-premium fights, and then you complaining about me not wanting to fight premium fights. It sounds stupid. You want me to fight in a non-premium fight next and take a pay cut. Makes no sense, right? The Zone just don't know what they're doing. But, at this point, Billy Joe Saunders hasn't looked good since he fought David Lemieux and got popped for oxyframe. So I expect Canelo to stop Billy Joe Saunders. Do I expect the best Billy Joe Saunders to show up that can? And yeah, I expect it. But I just expect Canelo to handle his business and beat Billy Joe Saunders. So now that it sounds like they might have fans in attendance, and after the election, November 3rd, they said all this was going to die down according to Donald Trump Jr. And if that's really the case and all this dying down, and now you started to get fans in the stands, you got fans at the Jaguar game the other day, the Kansas City game the other day, or the other week ago. And then you have fans also, I think, in Dallas, Texas at the Cowboy game against the Falcons last week. So we'll see really a point to. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? $, Cash App, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Let me know what you guys think. We gone.